I have two main areas of research interests. The first is looking at how dietary interventions can modify nutritional status and our risk of chronic disease, particularly cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. My other main interest is looking at how we can support behaviour change, so support people to adopt healthy diet and lifestyle behaviours. The project is called the Supporting Mums Study, and the name for that study was actually chosen by women when we were developing the intervention. The background to this research is we were aware from speaking to women that they often talked about pregnancy as a time when their weight started to creep up. And talking to women, they said, a lot of this was due to the fact that they found it hard to lose baby weight or their weight after having the baby. And we knew there wasn't much support out there for women during that particular stage of life, so we knew that we needed to develop an intervention that would help women manage their weight after pregnancy. So we tried to think of an intervention that was a bit more flexible and adaptable for postpartum women. And we came up with using text messages, a very simple form of communication to support women at this stage in their life. So that's how the Supporting Mums study came about. We then worked with women to develop a library of text messages that could be sent to women specifically to support positive diet and lifestyle changes and weight management in the postpartum period. So the study was funded by the National Institute for Health Research and the Public Health Agency in Northern Ireland, and we worked with collaborators from the University of Stirling, University of Dundee, University of Glasgow and London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. We also worked with women themselves, who were our most important group to work with when designing the intervention and developing the text messages. Once we had developed our library of text messages and we had our text message technology ready to go, in 2017 we conducted a small study just in Northern Ireland to initially test the messages with women to see if they were useful, if they found them acceptable, if they found them helpful. So the messages were rated very highly by women. They found them very supportive, very empathetic, reassuring. They really found them non-judgmental, which was very important to us, and clearly that reflected the fact that we'd involved women in developing the text messages in the first place to get the tone and the style and the content right. What we found was that women talked about the benefits of receiving an intervention by text messages. You can look back over it at a time that suits you, and it acts as a prompt to change your behaviour. Those who received messages about weight management lost more weight than those who received the messages about child health and development. And the more women engaged with the text messages, the more weight they lost during the intervention. Based on the successful pilot study that shows this intervention has promise for women after they've had a baby in supporting weight management, we wanted to do a bigger study to really see what effect it has for a wider group of women in society. So we've received some funding from the National Institute for Health Research to do this bigger study, and we will be recruiting women from throughout the UK to reach as wide a range of women as possible. So we're going to recruit 850 women from throughout the UK. Again, women will help us modify the text messages we have, our initial library, to make sure they're suitable for women across the UK. And what we hope is, when we do this study, if it's successful, that this intervention could be offered to women all throughout the UK after they've had a baby.